This video is called A Willingness to Respect and Accept Those Who Are Greater Than You Are, those who are more skilled. And in the word skilled, we have kill for a reason. It is not enough to spar full contact. One must spar with an emphasis on outmaneuvering the other and striking them effectively for the transferable skills for actually killing. Skill and kill. Talon and talent. With that being said, it's sad that I have to cite this book, Master Kick by Master E.L. Cho, an 8th degree black belt. First you must understand yourself, then you must master yourself, then you must try to understand others. One of the first pages. Okay. It goes without saying that this is a basic white belt concept, right? This is what you teach the guy when he first starts. You want to learn about martial arts, first you must understand yourself. Who are you? Okay? Are you related to the Pharaoh and you're supposed to be in charge and you're supposed to spar over who is the head of all martial arts systems that actually live in reality and accept and respect those who are greater than they are? Or are you just a regular person who is expendable and should strive to protect the Pharaoh at all costs, who should put the life of those who are more important than you are above them, kind of like the Pharaoh's guard? As God revealed himself to Moses, I am who I am. Okay. I was riding in the car down Santa Teresa. I saw Victory Martial Arts on the sign. It said respect, discipline, and then it said honesty. Honesty is a basic martial arts principle. So we go to the conclusion on page 84. See the highlighted part on the bottom? Okay, I don't know how well you can see on the screen. As with anything worthwhile in life, martial arts takes time, dedication, discipline, a will to excel, and a willingness to accept and respect those more talented than you. Okay. Also on page 81, it talks about when sparring, if these two entities are a single unit, you will be difficult to hit. If not, you can get nailed by a slow-moving truck. Talking about mind and body. Mind and body. Remember, mind, body, soul, and spirit. It seems they've taken a sort of Western approach to this as he avoids putting those things all together in that paragraph. Okay. Talks about other principles like timing and flexibility, but of course it's flexibility for what? Right. So what degree of flexibility and what are you trying to do? Right. Be a gymnast, be a human pretzel. Right. Where do you draw the line? So of course, basically he's an 8th degree black belt and he has all these, back then when this book was made, he has all kinds of magazines that he's a part of. And I'm trying to find the 8th degree black belt part for you, because they sprayed everything, including this book. It's a mistake to even cite this book, but I deal with people who are so childish that they really need to hear it from somebody that they've assigned expert power in a racist Western society for them to believe it. Okay, so here it is on the top, 8th degree black belt. Here it says, Master Cho began to study Taekwondo, an art that would provide a lifetime of mental and physical development. At the bottom it says, initially times were hard, but the indomitable spirit developed through the years of training allowed Master Cho to persevere. So we have the mental and physical training, and we have a spirit cultivation going on here. Okay, can you imagine these weirdos making their arguments about how being some kind of mental health sponsored, kind of corporate sponsored ninny gives them more spiritual power than a great martial artist? It's stupid. Why don't they immediately concede that they're hardly natural and they're corporate sponsored jokes, and this martial arts are going for the essence of nature if they're being honest, if they have a willingness to accept and respect those greater than you? Remember, this was on page 84, the conclusion. Right? What happens if they don't have that willingness? Okay, it's stupid. It's like challenging someone like me, you know? If they accepted my challenge and feeling like they're going to win, all confident, right, they wouldn't have a chance. First of all, they're not as good as I am. Second of all, they miss the point of life, point of sparring, the point of living, the point of truth, the point of spiritual conveyance is connected to these things. They're nowhere near qualified to take me on. They're going to be outmaneuvered, and I'm going to strike them effectively. Okay? And of course, it talks about martial art teachers become businessmen. As such, the spiritual aspect may be lost in their drive for success. Okay? So it's hardly touching on it, but enough to say, hey, they're missing something here, and they've concealed it. So, yeah, as with anything worthwhile in life, martial arts takes time, dedication, discipline, a will to excel, and a willingness to accept and respect those more talented than you. How can anybody truly excel if they avoid my challenge? This challenge is the elephant in the room. If you truly want to reach your actual potential, you want to progress and not be some kind of fake eugenicist progressive, some kind of fake occultist talking about your true potential with a Harry Potter, Aleister Crowley thong on, plugging little kids in Hollywood sex clubs. You know, if you actually want to be real and not something like that, you must face the best. When the best emerges and says, I am the best, face me, you know, since from 2012, May to December, you know, we're not talking about the Gracie Challenge wrestling. You may as well be talking about knitting. We're talking about skills for kills, outmaneuvering and striking effectively. Okay, we're talking about somebody so good they had to sabotage him and suppress his videos and avoid his challenge. You know. Now, obviously, it goes without saying that to accept and respect this guy, he's the top martial artist. Martial and marital are connected. Any attractive female that didn't immediately submit herself to me is not a valid martial artist. This guy's the top martial artist. He's screaming up and down about how the breeding cycle is immoral and blessed are the childless wombs. It's time to start breeding. It's time to submit to him. If they didn't, they're not valid. If any man didn't submit, he's not valid. He's saying they're chipping people. They're going in an unnatural direction. Everyone's becoming sex slaves. You know, present a viable counterargument. Not only should you respect my judgment, but you didn't do that, and you couldn't even present a viable counterargument. They're chipping everybody. They're hooking up everyone to the fucking matrix, supercomputers and shit, you know? And you don't see this time to come together, marshal, to order, to arrange. Are you to wait till Aleister Crowley says you're allowed to obey him? Perhaps you should wait till Trump or George Bush says that. Perhaps you should wait till fucking some liberal council says that. Some martial arts council that is allowed for complicity with pedophile energy has something to say. Or maybe you should actually try to connect to the source of righteousness the proper way. If you cannot accept and respect me and my right to lead, how are you going to respect God? God has said, here's my son. This is the chain of command. Listen to him. If you don't know to obey the top martial artists in times like these especially, you haven't learned the first lesson of martial arts. The first principle, the divine order. Who's teaching you and why? You're going to go to some crackhead to teach you. You're going to go to some fucking elevated yuppie in Malibu to teach you. Or you're going to go to he who is sabotaged for righteousness' sake because he had the heart to face adversity and persevere with the true Spirit of God. Universal principles. African principles, the difference between Africa and Europe, Asia, and all these places. Africa's where it started. You can't say he's racist for saying it's an African martial art order. Because African is interchangeable with human. It's when you define yourself as something else that you're racist. You're an Asian, you're white, you're Hispanic. Why aren't you human? Why are you this? Why have you separated yourself into this European designated category? This is a eugenicist label. What, did the Native Americans perhaps call themselves Hispanic? Did the people in Europe, the ethnic people in Europe, call themselves white? You have given yourself a Harry Potter psychological construct type label. You know? Also, you must try to understand others.